Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Armando DB. Tonight, I'm going to talk about some simple stuff, just some training methods. I see a lot of people. I keep answering these same questions. They're doing all these crazy training methods, bands, drop sets, trisets. My personal favorite training style is high volume. I do high volume because I'm 34. When I was bodybuilding at a high level, I was doing high volume also, but I was doing very, very heavy weight, which I was in a couple car wrecks, I was in a couple falls, and it led to some herniated disc in my neck and back, which makes it very difficult to squat heavy. I can't deadlift at all, and deadlifts were never beneficial towards me anyways. So I'm going to talk a little bit about training methods, a lot of questions people always ask, and my input on it. So basically what I like to do for your training program, I like to train one body part a week. The only body part a week I like to train more than once is back. And that's if you're on a good, let's call it supplement plan, and you can recover faster, and you separate it, and you give it enough time to recover. Quads, I know a lot of people that train quads twice a week. I do not like that at all. If you're hitting quads really hard the first time, you shouldn't have to train them twice a week. If you are, you're overtraining. What you can do, and I did this before too, my legs grew really well. I would train, let's say quads Monday, I would train hamstrings Wednesday or Thursday. So on my quad day, I would do a couple hamstring exercises, and on my hamstring day, I would do a couple quad exercises light. And that seemed to work very, very well. At that time, I was enhanced. Of course, I was getting ready for nationals. So basically, one body part a week. Make it simple. My clients, I give them a workout program to follow. I kind of look at their physique, and I, pick apart, like, what do they need to work on, what's going to be better. And, this is a subject I wanted to touch on. So a lot of guys, they don't train glutes at all. So, but everybody wants shredded glutes because that shows the ultimate condition. So what you don't understand, there's so many guys out there, they don't have an ass at all. It's just like flat. It's like an old man's ass or like a little boy's ass. And trust me, girls don't like it. It doesn't look good. Maybe you can fit in your skinny jeans and that makes you feel good, but it doesn't look good. So if you're trying to get, shredded glutes, you're going to have a lot of muscle on your glutes. So what I recommend to my guys is training, your quads, your hamstrings, and then taking an additional time. You can do actually an additional workout just to train glutes only. And then some of my guys, I have training glutes 3 times a week because their glute development is so subpar that I want them to get up to level so we can bring some shredded glutes in. And, the more muscle you have back there, like let's say you start and you have no ass at all and you diet down, you're just going to have this flat, saggy ass. It's not going to be shredded at all. You have to have muscle. For me, I always have shredded glutes for my show because I have a big ass with a lot of muscle on it. So that's another thing. I'm going to touch on some band work. I'm not a fan of bands. I think they have their place in time where they help a little bit with some negatives and stuff. But like I brushed on before, I'm not going to knock anybody's training programs, but this is just my opinion only. I think a lot of people, waste so much time with bands. So let's say you have a 45-minute or hour workout. It ends up being an hour and a half or hour and 45 minutes because you're messing around with these stupid bands the whole time. I have yet to see one person increase significantly by using all these bands. I've seen some girls, maybe help their glutes a little bit, stick to the old school hardcore training. Minus, I cut out bench press. I do not like bench press at all. I do not like anything behind the neck presses at all. It tears up your joints. My wife, she's a doctor of physical therapy. She helps me with a lot of tips too. So we talk about a lot of things too, and we collaborate and help my clients also. We do a lot of injury prevention now stuff too, some dry needling, some massage therapy to help my clients make sure they're, people ego lift. So I keep, I'll see my clients on Instagram, they're doing like, 6 plates on squats, and I text them like, why the hell are you doing 6 plates on squats? Well, I wanted to see my new PR. Who gives a shit what your PR is? It's not gonna make not gonna make your legs bigger. You're just gonna get injured. And you're gonna be out a whole season, and your legs are gonna get this big, and you're gonna get super depressed. So you got to figure out, what are you lifting for? Do you want to be a bodybuilder? Then train and lift like a bodybuilder. Follow a protocol. Feel the burn. You don't want to feel it on your joints. You want to feel it on your muscles. So have fun with your training. Change it up every time. Incorporate new exercises. It doesn't have to be the set program every time. And you know what drives me nuts is to see people with their stupid journals. Throw that shit away. That does not help. The only people I see with those journals are some like goofballs with workout gloves and like a creepy mustache, and they're just writing every set. That doesn't do anything. Throw your journals away. No people making gangs. No top pros. No top people are using journals. So get rid of those. So train one muscle group a week, with the exception of back, which you could do twice a week. Calves are tricky. For my calves, I had to work very, very hard. Babe, can I get a drink right here? My mouth's dry. I had to work very hard to get my calves. So some people just have these like big slabs of calves. Thank you. And they just grow, and they don't look that great, because they're just genetically there, and they're just big. But calf training, some people respond better to high rep, low rep. I found this to be the key, and I recommend this to my clients. Train calves every third day, okay? And after a couple months, if your calves aren't growing a lot, start training them every other day. And they're going to be really, really sore, but keep training them. They're different type muscles, so you can train them differently. Train your calves every other day. Do 3 different exercises. Hit it hard. And I stress this to my clients and friends, and massage therapy. If you cannot afford massage therapy, get a roller pin yourself, get a lacrosse ball to roll out with, get a foam roller, break up those adhesions. Your muscles get stuck like this. If they're stuck like that, they're not growing anywhere. They're just stuck. They're just going to get harder and harder and harder, and then you're going to get a tendon tear, tendon pull, muscle tear, which sucks. So with the training, make it easy, make it fun. Training's supposed to be fun. That's the fun part. All this stuff in there with all these damn bands and these workouts that last 2 hours, this and that. Listen, I've been around and I've trained with the top people. I've trained with Charles Glass, Hani Ramba, George Farah, Dave Palumbo, a lot of the pros I've worked out with. None of them were using these bands to get where they were. They trained very hard. They trained heavy. A lot of them, counting myself, as I'm only 34, but I can't train super heavy anymore. I have to train smart, and I help my clients train that way too, because I don't want to see them make the same mistakes and not be able to do certain exercises because they blew out a herniated disc or something like that. So be careful with your training. I'm doing this video because I keep seeing it over and over and over again. Look at yourself in the mirror. You want a balanced physique. This is something I neglected a lot when I first started my career, because you can't see your back. My back was my weakest body part. And then, after several years, I was like, oh shit, my back sucks. Like, it's straight up and down. So what I started doing, and what made my back grow a lot, I started training it twice a week. I started doing a lot of one-arm dumbbell rows and assisted pull-ups. Deadlifts did not work for me. People are going to say, oh, you're not hardcore, you're not this. I know so many people, deadlifts do not work for them. You're very injury prone to, lifting that much weight off the ground. And let me tell you something, those guys that are pulling six plates on each side, they're damaging their back. I mean, they're not okay. Your muscles, and like when you're doing squats also, your body can only take, I would say, 315. Anything higher than that, it's damaging your spine. Right now, I'm not competing. I'm focusing on my clients. I'm focusing on my supplement company, which is badass. Buy the products. You won't be disappointed. I stay about 245, and I call it exercise. I exercise. When I'm training, that training to me is balls to the wall. So I have clients that come work out with me, and I kick their butt still, but that's me just exercising. I'm not going balls to the wall, but it's kicking their butt, so that's good, and they're getting in good workouts. If you guys have any questions, I want to help you guys reach your goals. I'm always taking on clients. Here's the deal with that. I want good clients. I want someone, it's like I have a blank canvas and I can take that person and mold their body, because what I like to do, I'm not one of those people that's like, hey, let's do the show, give me your money, give me your money, give me your money, and then, take all your money and rip you off. I'd rather you keep your money and save up for the right time so you can afford your supplements, your whatever supplements, your food, your tanning, your supplies, all that stuff. And I really want to help you guys do well. I see so many coaches out there, and I help a lot of guys too, and they do well. And I'm talking about first, second places. I'm talking about turning guys pro, and then we have a miscommunication because I'm a hard coach, and sometimes I can be a little harsh, and they go with another coach. And then let me tell you something. There's just one coach out there, I'm not going to mention any names. He's gotten a lot of my ex-clients. I don't want the clients back or anything. I have new clients coming in constantly, but the clients have been like this. And I'm not saying come hire me back, but go hire someone else. This guy does not know what he's doing. His track record speaks for it. So I do still take on clients. I'm taking on less clients. That doesn't mean if you contact me, I'm too busy. I like my quality clients. I put a few in each show because I like to focus on those clients, give them my all, and bring the best to the stage possible. If you guys are looking for good supplements out there too, I have 5 supplements of my own. I pride myself in them. As you know, I'm a man of my word. I'm very honest. My products are top notch. I put my all into it. I put all my money into it. They work great. People want to say, different stuff. They have their own opinion about BCAAs, EAAs. We could go on and on about the arguments. I have my products that I believe in that has worked for me over the years, and it's worked pretty well because I started as a middleweight and I worked up to a super heavyweight with minimal gear. And when I say minimal gear, it's minimal gear. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just, blowing smoke up, people's asses. That's a big reason that, I stopped at a certain level too. I wasn't willing to do what it takes, even though I have fairly good genetics, to get to that next level. So really, I just wanted to help you guys about your workout. I see people, doing a lot of stuff in the gym still, and it's not productive. So leave comments below. I'm always, I don't make any money off these videos. I don't monetize them or anything like that. I'm not out here to be some YouTube celebrity or anything like that, or lie about who I am or pretend I'm someone I'm not. It's who I am. I'm a badass coach. I produce badass supplements. I produce champions. I don't care if you're a first timer or you're trying to turn pro. I actually, like I've said before, I like taking somebody that's just like a blank canvas and turning them into the best they can be, whether it be, a local winner at a show or some freak that will be, on that Olympia stage 5 years down the road. But a problem that's lacking in this sport is loyalty. Have some loyalty to people. I think a lot of people forgot what that is, and that goes a long way. Okay, everybody, check my website out. I have people keep asking me, where do you get my supplements out? You get my supplements at my website, armandadb.com. ARMONADIBI.com under store.